Hello, let's talk about James Cameron's movie The Aliens. So, before I starting to talk about movie, I want to discuss about some plot issues. You know, there are different versions of the movie because a lot of scenes were deleted and they are very crucial, they are very important. What are these scenes? First of all, it is scene where Ripley is forced to visit her psychologist. Well, Ripley has PTSD and she is forced to take some medicine. And I think that it is very important because it shows us that the meeting with alien have impressed her. It puts a stamp on her soul and we can see it very clearly. The second scene is where they say to Ripley that she has no longer her daughter. Well, you know, in previous movie when she go to this trip on a ship Sulaco, and she said to her daughter that I will come back, well, in a few years, and she never come back. And now she, well, in some sense she has a new daughter, Newt, and then she go for Newt to save her, to rescue her. It is very important. She want to rescue her daughter. Third, the deleted scene where they found this alien's ship derelict and where they found that there are some eggs. Then the scene where they found their alien ship and then they found that there are some eggs. It is very important too because, well, now we can know how the aliens actually go to that alien's ship. Well, this is why it is important, and that why they didn't call to a company or to a government, because they want to have their share of money for these aliens. And this scene is important because it shows that it was Borg who sent them. Yet another scene that was deleted is the scene where we can see machine guns that kills aliens. I can say it is very important scene just because, well, its scene was even in parodies. I just say that it is brilliant. It is brilliant and it shows that aliens are smart creatures. They can understand that these machine guns will kill all of them. Also, in the later scene, in the later editions, they deleted one scene where, well, we can see how the aliens killed this Borg. And it is very important because if we cannot see how the aliens killed Borg, so he wasn't killed. And if he wasn't killed, he could go to Bishop and he could say to him, well, you know, I want to take this alien's egg and I want to have it on my ship. But I have one problem with that. You know, we have the third movie and we don't know how in the third movie we have an egg there. We have two eggs there. How this alien's creature appeared in the third movie. And you should not touch the second movie if you cannot explain why the aliens appears in the third movie. You should think about that. You should make something smarter than just to say that, hey, there always have been alien on our ship on Sulaco. No, I don't accept this explanation. But in other hand, the movie is very long. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes. And you see, I think that maybe it is too much. Maybe you should to make it shorter. And we talk about dynamics of the movie. this deleted scene make it slower, and that is not very good. Talking about a plot, I will say what I can say. What do we have after the first movie? We have Ripley, we have her ship, we have memories of her crew, we have Derelict, we have that planet, and it is not much. How can you build a good movie on this ground and to explain everything, to connect everything in a good movie? So James Cameron is a brilliant director, and he could do that. He could gather together all these scenes and he could make a very brilliant story, because it is not much. How do you connect the Derelict, the planet, the Ripley, the ship, and memory of her crew? And James Cameron, he could do it, and it is very good. Then the structure of the movie is the same as in previous one. We have the first part of the movie on the ship. They go to the planet. They go to they're prepared for dinner, and they are and they are on a plate. Then they go to the planet and they fight with aliens. And the third part, they thought that everything is okay. They thought that they are in a safe place. But no, we have an alien in their safe place, and they have to fight with this alien. This is the third part of the movie. Also, we have Ripley, and it is brilliant part of the plot because she had a PTSD from the first movie, and then she has to face with this PTSD in the next movie, and she has to fight with her enemies. And she lost her daughter in previous movie, and now she has her daughter. And if in the last movie she couldn't save her daughter, then in this movie she could do this. She could save her. About the characters. About Ripley I have said enough, but maybe I will develop what I have said. She doesn't have anybody. She doesn't have her family, her daughter, her grandchildren. He is all alone. He doesn't have her job. She doesn't have anything. She is not officer now. She is just a black worker, and she would go to jail. And she has to return to the planet. She has to finish what did she do in the previous movie. She has to finish it. She has to go back to these aliens and kill them, and to kill them all. It is brilliant development of character from the previous movie. And she has to rescue her new daughter. What about Burke? Burke is worse than everybody else. He is worse than the company, the capitalism, the aliens. He fed all these colonists to these monsters because of the money. You see, he should been killed by Ripley, by these space marines, by anybody else. He should be killed because he is parasite who can devour you from inside. He will, and if he with his brilliant plan, maybe he would be a winner, and he will be a good family guy and good worker, and he will take care of charity, and so on and so on. So you see, he should be killed because he can just devour the society from inside. He almost killed Ripley and Newt. The other characters are also great. Well, the greatest one is Bishop. Well, we remember from the last movie that Bishop, if you have Android in your team, it is not very good. But now we have Bishop and it is brilliant character. Everybody think that he is traitor, but not, he's not a traitor. He is a brilliant guy. He saved them all. And it is very good. Locations. I wouldn't say that locations are bad. You see, they are very great because, we have a lot of pictures. Even if we have a drawn pictures, you always should to accept something. You should accept that there is aliens in this universe, because there is no aliens. There is no space marines. There is no space station. We don't have anything on that, but we accept it, and we should accept that maybe some pictures are drawn, but I cannot see these drawn pictures. I see just a brilliant effects. It's not a computer effects, but it's I can believe them. I can believe to that picture, and James Cameron is a very good director. Speaking of messages of the movie, you see, I don't think that it is it is the straight anti-capitalistic message. It is about Berg. Berg could be not a member of company, but the member of government. He could be official, so it is just a bad person. It is just a bad person. It is just him who betrayed everybody else. Let's think that it was not Berg, but it was, for example, somebody else. I don't know who. Some military guy, or somebody who work on a government. You see, you should be a good man. And if James Cameron criticized corporations, what should we do? What should we accept? Not the corporations, but what? What? I ask you. The government, the state, it is not very good, I think. These aliens, it is just parasite. Imagine wasps infect caterpillars with their larvae, and they live inside them, feed and then chew their way out. These who are aliens, they just devour people. They live because people are dying. So what's the problem with them? Yes, I understand what's the problem, but it is not about capitalism. It is about animals. It is about our life. We have Ripley, and maybe an evil corporation pressed her, but think about this. You don't have any evidence of existence of these aliens. You don't know, are they here or they are not here. So what should you think? For example, you say Ripley said, I see aliens and they devour my crew, and now they live on that planet, and you know that you don't know anything. You don't know what had happened on that ship. You know that Ripley blasted her ship, and she evacuated, and nobody can prove her words, and you don't find anything on her ship, and you know that a lot of people live on that planet, and they didn't see any aliens. What should you do? You should stand and say, okay, Ripley, I believe you. I believe you. Why? What did you see? You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. I'm sorry, Ripley, I cannot trust you. And they cannot trust you too. So the main question to James Cameron, what should we do with capitalism? Capitalism is bad. Corporations are bad. What do you propose to us? Do you propose, for example, I don't know, what? Can you say openly? You propose communism or socialism, but you don't give us the answer. You just say it is bad. Okay, capitalism is a bad thing. Corporations are bad thing. But what? Well, do you think that the state will do the right thing? I don't know. Well, in conclusion, it is a brilliant movie. I don't see any minus of them. The characters are great. The dialogues are great. The cinematography are great. Light, montage, everything is so great. It is brilliant. It is beautiful. I don't see any minuses in this movie. And you should see the director cut where nothing was cut out. It is a magnificent movie. And I don't know. I can speak a lot of time about it. Well, you see, the movie is flawless. So I can rate it as 10 out of 10. Thank you for your attention.